Hello, my name is Priya. Welcome, and this is my TEL 111 Exploration of Education assignment for Module 7. This is my teaching philosophy. So first I have the question given to me, what do you see as the purpose of education in our society? Well, first of all, I'd like to say that education is so much more than teaching and learning. It is a safe place, just like Rita Pearson said in her TED Talk. It is a place where people can feel at home and comfortable while also expanding their knowledge. It provides people with all kinds of knowledge and can allow people to make or break their life careers. Education pushes people to grow their skills and expand their overall abilities in so many different directions. What do you think the role of an educator is both inside and outside of an instructional setting, such as the classroom or in our society? I think that the role of an educator is not only to be someone to be there for students, but also it's someone that can be a safe person, someone that you can trust, who is willing to listen, but also willing to tell and share. An educator is not just there to educate students or teach them or give them facts about information. An educator is so much more than that. An educator can literally break somebody's life or make somebody's life. People can look back at their teachers or educators and say, that person changed my life. That's what an educator means to me. An educator is someone who makes change for the better for students and their community. The poem by Ryan Latoki, in the video This is Genius that we were given a few assignments ago, it talks a lot about what's wrong with education and how so many people can relate to what is bad about education. There's so many cons to it, but also education is something that's so amazing and looked down upon, but educators are the people who can make or break this deciding factor for many people. To make students feel like they are taking something important away with their general education is very important, and educators are the ones that can provide this feeling or this important factor that will actually relate back to their real lives. How have your experiences as a student impacted you as a future professional educator? So I've always wanted to be a teacher, and I can't even remember when I didn't want to be a teacher. I've always gone above and beyond in school. I always wanted to help others and have them grow along with me. My classmates were always asking me to help tutor them or help them with assignments. And my natural leadership skills have always pushed me to be more involved in different activities, different extracurriculars such as FFA and sports teams. My mom was a teacher for 21 years, so I always had that educational aspect in my life. And then my dad founded a nonprofit youth organization to help young people, and this also really showed me a different aspect of being able to change young people's lives for the better. So this really wanted me to be someone that could help change somebody else's life, which I believe is the role of an educator. The video that we watched, Ferrer's Banking Concept of Education, highlights the message: the teachers teach and the students are taught. I hope that with my career, I'm able to do the opposite of this, and not only just to teach students to learn, but also to make the relationships with students, to help them grow as a human being, and to help them love education as much as I do. Okay, going back to the TED Talk by Rita Pearson, Every Kid Needs Their Champion, which highlights the answer to what 3 qualities do you believe an effective teacher should have that you should also have. I believe that she highlights the answer to this question perfectly. Well, at least one of the qualities, but she talks a lot about many qualities in her TED Talk. And then the second question that goes along with this is, how can I further develop and continue to develop these qualities for myself? So the 3 qualities, I'm going to start by listing them off. The first one is the quality that teachers must be able to build relationships and make connections. And then the second quality that I picked is the ability to listen and learn alongside with the students. Because although we're teaching, we're still learning as well. Teachers never fully know everything. Even though some of them might think they do, they are still learning alongside with us. Many of my teachers in high school were still going to college and getting their masters when I was in high school as well. And then the third quality is the ability to be patient. And this is just because of the learning curve that students fall upon. Not every student is going to know as much as the other, and not every student is going to understand as much as the other. So being able to be patient with students is definitely a key quality. And then how I am going to adapt these skills or grow these skills is going to be to improve my overall experience in education, continue my education while also helping others continue theirs, and work hand in hand with young people to really get to know them and get to know myself. Based on your research in this class, how would you change schools or the field of education so students can meet the challenges of the next 50 years? I think that this is a very difficult question because nobody knows what's going to happen in the next 50 years. But I think that being able to use social media for good and really think about teaching to teach and not teaching to test is one of the key aspects that we need to focus on to improve the next 50 years, which is highlighted in our chapter 8 of our textbook. It really shows the priorities of teaching to teach and allowing students to learn without forcing them the pressures of testing. And then an implicit bias being another, being able to focus on getting rid of biases that we hold without even knowing. And there's also many, many more, because who knows what's going to happen in the next 50 years. And then based on what I've learned in this class, my teaching philosophy is going to be, I believe education should be a powerful, inclusive, and safe place where students grow intellectually and personally develop. And as a future educator, my role is to guide, support, and learn alongside them to prepare students for the future beyond the classroom. This is my reference list. You can take a little look at it. And then thank you so much for this course. You guys are amazing.